afternoon, I'm Lauren Kendrick and we're live at Summit 2010. Summit kicked off this year with a major announcement. IRI is evolving its brand to SymphonyIRI, reflecting its rapid expansion of services and its position as an innovation leader. Summit is SymphonyIRI's annual thought leadership conference where CPG and retailer leaders meet to share the latest strategies and trends in shopper behaviors and hear from some of the world's leading innovators from both within and outside the CPG industry. This year's Summit's theme is I to the power of 3, Impact, Insight, and Innovation, with a special emphasis on innovation. Today we heard from a who's who of innovation in CPG. Tom Blishock, president of SymphonyIRI Global Innovation and Strategy, is Summit's MC. Romesh Wadhwani, chairman of SymphonyIRI, opened the morning session, followed by Tom Blishock. The morning continued with Philippe Scaillet, chief marketing officer of Sara Lee, John Freeland, SymphonyIRI's CEO, Rick Anicetti, CEO of Food Lion, and closed with world-famous innovative thinker Jim Collins. Here are a few points they made.
We're hearing a lot more about SymphonyIRI Group throughout our entire conference, and we have a very exciting and highly relevant 2 days planned for you. In fact, if you don't leave here with 3 to 5 significant new ideas for ways to innovate at your companies, then we will not have done our jobs.
So we have expanded our mission to include a variety of next-generation, growth-driving, innovation-driven solutions that we'll talk about. And the idea of these is to actually enable your businesses for growth in spite of the macroeconomic circumstances in which we find ourselves.
So we truly believe that our cross-functional teams, and cross-functional teams, with that I mean not only marketers or agencies, but really our customer teams or R&D individuals, manufacturing folks, that they need to see or hear from the consumer in his or her normal consumer habitat.
Not only has the pace of change quickened, but the changes in shopper behavior are likely to be durable. And for companies to keep up, let alone flourish, they're going to need to transform shopper measurement from an art into a science.
So now we've got something we can begin to act on. It's got variability, and it's of a size that isn't exhaustive. And so what we began to do is first understand the kinds of changes that were inherent based on customer behavior and clustering behavior around things like fixturing.
Let's instead take the principles that we know correlate with producing great companies. And in each stage, I will provide kind of the counter, the antidote. What we found in our research correlates with staying on or creating an upward slope.
More than 800 C-level and other senior manufacturing and retail executives are here. Here's a few comments from attendees.
The shopper insight solutions I think are very interesting for us.
What specifically?
The shopper advantage that we saw in the showcase and that we had featured in one of our breakout sessions. I think that's something that we're going to look into more closely.
I'm with Campbell Soup Company, one of the big, and this is the same for a lot of CPG manufacturers, but the impact of private label on our business is something we're always trying to measure and trying to quantify where we're losing to private label, where they're having most of their impact.
I'm here with IRI's John Freeland. Now, this year there's a lot of talk about innovation. Can you give me your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we have at this conference 1,000 of our clients representing retailers and representing consumer products manufacturers, and all of them are trying to figure out how better to reach their shoppers. That the old techniques that worked for the last 5-10 years around TV advertising, so forth, just aren't working the same way. So there is such a revitalized interest in new techniques. How do we become closer to our shopper? What sets of things do we really need to do to make sure our messages are heard by our shoppers and re-engaged with our shoppers in a much more meaningful way?
And that's the way it is. Tuesday, March 23rd, 2010. I'm Lauren Kendrick, live at Summit.